Hello, I'm Michelle James and I'm here speaking on behalf of Marc and Donna Dewberry. And I'm coming to you to talk to you about how to get access to Patreon, which is a new platform, new to Marc and Donna, not new in existence. It's been around for a while, but it is a new platform to Marc and Donna. And it is a new place where you can subscribe to not only Marc and Donna, but a lot of other Patreon accounts. And Patreon is a site specifically designed for the arts, to support people in the arts, whether that's music, singing, painting, photography, drawing, any of the arts. Okay, so it's been around for a while, and what's nice about it is that you can support a particular artist with your either a pledge or a membership regular installment plan. Okay. So there's lots of opportunities out there to support different people in the arts that have accounts out there. Now, Marc and Donna have created a page on there called The Painting World of Marc and Donna Dewberry, and they've got some wonderful content out there now and are working on lots of new content to share with all of you. So let's get started. I'm going to share with you what it's like to see Patreon for the first time, create an account, get into the videos that they may be sharing, how to be on live broadcasts, and so on. Some of the things I'm going to try to address are the areas where we've already had people ask for help, some hurdles that they've had to overcome, some common issues, and so I'm hoping to address those in here. If for some reason you continue to have an issue after watching this video and attempting to follow the instructions that I'm providing, then I am providing my contact information at the end so that you can reach out to me and I will get further assistance to you if I can. Okay. All right. So let's first start by going into and looking at Patreon. And so there's a couple of different ways you can get into it. Initially, you're going to want to go in as in the browser, and then you can come if you're on an Android or iOS type interface. You can come and get an app. For that, there is a Patreon app, so I'll share that too. Okay, I'm going to, on my iPad right here today, and I'm going to show you the browser first, and then I also have an Android phone that I'm going to show you from a non-Apple perspective what that looks like as well. Okay. All right, so first of all, let's go into, I'm going to use Chrome, so I'm going to open Chrome here, and I'm going to first go into Patreon, so it's patreon.com. Okay, and when you first come into Patreon, this is what you're going to see. I'm currently logged out, but I do have an account. Okay, so as a new Patreon user, you can go and browse and look for creators. There's all kinds of different creators, and you can scroll and search and find whatever you might be looking for. Okay, and then if you find something that you're interested in and you see some content that sometimes there's free content, sometimes there's paid content. If you decide you want to support someone, you can go and look at what the options are for supporting them, or you can just pledge money to them directly. Okay. Patreon takes all forms of payment as far as I know. So PayPal, I don't know about Vimeo or not, yeah, Vimeo or any of those cash apps, but also any credit cards. Okay. All right. So first you want to do is create an account on Patreon if you want to get started further. And so I'm going to go and tap this button right here, create on Patreon. And I don't want to be a creator, but I do want to create an account. Okay. So that's what I want you to see. You don't want to tap the red button and become a creator, but you do want to create an account. So let's go back and tap the three bars. All right. And that's where you want to come in. You want to say sign up. All right. So not create on, but sign up. And then it's going to come here where you can enter your name, email, and password. You set up your own password just like any other account. And then once you do all that, you're in and you're good to go. Okay. It will take you through some steps in the setup for payments so that when you do find that you want to support someone, it has the payment information that you would like to use, whatever credit card or payment process that you care to use. Now, make sure that you maintain that information. So if for some reason your credit information expires, you're not kicked out of whatever memberships you've already subscribed to. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and actually log in because I already have an account. So, okay. So, and I click sign in and then I'm in. Okay. Now, because I'm already a patron of Marc and Donna Dewberry, the first thing I'm going to see is my feed, where I'm seeing whatever latest information has been shared with the membership or with the followers, okay? And then I can scroll through and see what's happened in the past since the last time I was on here, okay? Now, if you want to go and find Marc and Donna Dewberry's, the painting world of Marc and Donna Dewberry, you're going to go and search for them, okay? So that's when you want to come up here and tap the P. No, that's not right. There we go. Little compass right here. This little icon that looks like a compass is their find. Usually it's a spyglass like that, not a compass. So, all right. So now what we're going to look for is, I'm just going to type in Dewberry. Okay. And it looks like there's a few. But I see Marc and Donna Dewberry right there. So I'm going to tap that. And that's going to take me directly to their page. Okay. Now, once I'm on their page and I can scroll and see what content has been provided throughout the history of their existence on Patreon. Okay. And so, for example, if I want to go and find the latest schedule for the month of what are the goal or what are the lessons being taught or what are the video topics or whatever, then I can scroll down and find that here. All right. And then usually with each post, there's a little bit of a paragraph of information that goes on with it. Sometimes the posts have so much text in it that there's more that you need to see. It doesn't show it all. So for example, here is something coming on about skill builders, and there's an explanation of what this is, and it says continue reading. So you can tap continue reading and then it will show you the remainder of what was not visible prior. Okay. And then you can make comments. You can join the conversation and make comments, ask questions, anything you like from here. Okay. And then for anything that is a video, all right, you have to be a patron of this particular page to see the content of the video. All right, so this is where we've had some people with problems or having difficulty watching the videos. And so I want to demonstrate what that looks like. But before I get to that, there's some steps that I want to take for you so that you can understand how to do this in an easy manner. Okay. So before you ever go watch your first video, you want to become a patron. You're going to come and sign up under membership right here. Okay. So if I want to know what is available in membership, I'm going to tap that membership tab and it's going to show me all the information I need regarding the benefits in the various membership levels. There's a little pop-up here I'm going to get rid of. And if I want to know what the whole page is about, there's a nice description right here under the about. And then home shows me all the latest posts. All right, so coming to membership, I'm going to come down here and look at what are the available levels of membership. So my current level is the Growing Stronger level, which is $20 a month. But there are other levels of membership, okay? So if you were to come in and you had not logged in, or you were new and you had not originally subscribed yet, then you would see all the levels of membership available. So the $20 a month membership level is the middle it's actually the highest in terms of monthly payments. There's two levels. There's a beginner level and then this one. So let me show you the beginner level first. And if you're already subscribed and you want to see the other levels, this is what you're going to do. On this membership tab, you're going to scroll down past the perks that are shown, and you're going to say show more tiers. Okay. And so it's going to come and show you the tier that you are not subscribed to currently. Okay. And the way that Patreon works, the tiers are set up where they build on each other. Okay, so the initial tier, which is called Getting Started, is $10 a month. And then here's the information regarding the perks that you get with that. Okay, so for $10 a month, that gets billed to your credit payment that you put into your preferences. You're going to receive private email access, so you can share your paintings with Donna and send them to her, and she will give you critiques and answer any questions. You will have 4 live stream video sessions each month, which will include, and they're usually on Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Twice a month will be Donna and Marc together. Once a month will be Marc by himself or with Donna by his side, but primarily Marc doing the speaking, called Marc Gets the Mic. And Marc's going to share some of his stories that he loves to tell and different things that he likes to share with people. And then Donna's devotions and demonstrations is once per month also. So Donna will be on her own doing demonstrations of different products that she likes to use, things that are new to the industry or that she's used over the years, her tips and tricks for those, and some painting demonstrations. Okay. And then, of course, all the membership in there includes information on upcoming projects. So that's the first tier. That's $10 a month. You get all that for $10 a month. And these are usually 1 hour, half hour to 1 hour live streams on Wednesday mornings. Then the next tier up is the one that I'm in, which is Growing Stronger. Okay. And the Growing Stronger tier is $20 a month, and it includes everything in the first tier, the Getting Started tier, plus an extra growth lesson, live stream video lesson with Donna every month. 1.5 to 2 hour lessons, and the videos are recorded and you can go back and watch them at any time. Same thing with the live streams. Everything is recorded and available afterwards. So you don't have to be on when they're on. If you aren't able to, you can always go back and watch later. But these are specific classes where she's teaching you how to do something. The past 3 months, Donna has been doing an oversize class, and that's wrapping up. This is January when this is being filmed, so that's wrapping up this month. And then next month, she's going to start doing skill builders. So the skill builders for painting one stroke. So there'll be an 1.5 to 2 hour lesson every month on, at least for the next month or two. And then when that changes, then she'll post something new and tell you what's coming up for that. So this is for $20 a month. You get the 4 live streams that were in Tier 1, plus the access to Donna for critiquing, plus the class information. And with this, now you get the 1.5 to 2 hour lesson, painting lesson, plus high resolution photos of all project patterns, supply lists, painting worksheets, and finished paintings posted for each of these growth lessons. Okay. Then there's a third level, which is a standalone, single month only private lesson. So if you would like to get a private lesson with Donna for a month, you can pay the $100 fee here. And what you get for that is all the lower level content plus the private for that month, plus private 2 hour one-on-one video consultation. And she only accepts 3 students per month for these. And you can read through all this, but it's a 2 hour one-on-one with Donna on going over whatever it is that you would like to go over with her. A critique of up to 4 paintings for that month. So you can send her digital photos and she will critique them and give you her feedback and help you along with how to make those better or make improvements. And this is a single month registration only. So it's only $100 for 1 month, and you're going to get a 2 hour time one-on-one with Donna and critique of up to 4 paintings that month. Okay, so those are the 3 different levels that are offered right now on Donna and Marc's Patreon page. Okay, now if you would like to send Marc and Donna a message or ask a question, you can go right up here to the message tab or message button, hit that, and then you'll be able to go and write your message. It will go directly to them and they will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours typically. Okay, if you would like to share or copy the link, that's what this is for. And then this is if you want to report this creator, but I hope you don't want to. Okay, now, so that's Patreon. And that's the membership for Marc and Donna. Those are the membership levels. Now, there's another element that you need to be aware of as regards to the live streams that Marc and Donna do. Okay. As you're scrolling back, and I'm back here on the home page for their, or home listing for their page, the posts, as you see, you're going to see things that say, watch the live stream, powered by Crowdcast. And you're going to see, click here to watch. And you're going to, sometimes you'll see other information, how to get to supply lists. So let's say, for example, this is the 2-hour Growing Stronger video project lesson, okay? And this is coming up tomorrow, actually, at the time this is being filmed. It would be tomorrow. And so there is a supply list, so you can see there are attachments, which is really nice because we don't have that ability to attach things very well in some of our other membership front-facing screens. So here, all you have to do is tap this, and it will automatically download. You can say download, and then it will download that file to you, and then you can print it or just store it, whatever you need to do with it. And this happens to be a supply list, okay? And sometimes we have actual photographs of finished projects. So for example, last month, this is the painting she's working on with that lesson. And so you can see there are 3 different photographs that were uploaded for this as homework for those who attended the lesson. And so there's right and left arrows. You can scroll left and right to see all the photos, okay? And if you want to keep the photo, if you want to keep the photo, then you just do a screenshot of that. So on an iPad, it's the 2 buttons up here. On other things, other technology, it's a little bit different, but sometimes it's a swipe of the hand. But anyway, you would do a screenshot of that and then save it locally. Then you can crop it and print it or whatever you'd like to do, okay? All right, so the Crowdcast that I was talking about, any of the live streams that they do are actually done using a tool called Crowdcast, which is another site that you need to set up an account on in order to see the videos, okay? So there's a 2-step process to this. When you become a member, you first of all want to set up your Patreon account and then go join Marc and Donna's membership at the level that you desire. The second thing you want to do is go and create an account on Crowdcast, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to come up here to my browser and I'm going to open a new window. And I'm going to go to Crowdcast now. So crowdcast.io is the address for that site. And when I come in here, I'm going to sign up to get an account, okay? So you would come in, I already have an account, but you would come in, hit sign up and fill in the information, okay? Now, you would not necessarily have a channel, all right? You would just have an account. But everybody gets a channel because that's how that works with Crowdcast. They have a free offer. So then you create a Crowdcast account. You can go into your own video broadcasts if you like. But anyway, you would fill all this in, give it a channel name that can be your own personal name. It's just whatever name you want people to see and recognize you as, okay? And then it will create this crowdcast.io. I'll show you. So let's put this in here. And I'm going to just type in a name here, and then it should fill that in when I go ahead and click continue, but it might need me to do this first. Oops. It's going to tell me that I already have an account, but it's going to make me fill this in. Okay, crowdcast.io. It fills that first part in for you, and then you just type whatever you want it to be. So mine happens to be under my business account, which is Michelle Mybell Designs. It's going to tell me that I already have an account. See, it's already in use. All right, but if you were new, it would say, it would take you then to the next step of creating and setting up your preferences. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. There we go. Okay, and I happen to be already joined on some events, but there will be new events that I want to join. The last one that I joined in on was the one on January 4th. Okay, now you're not going to find Marc and Donna here. You're only going to see when you've joined an event. All right, because Marc and Donna's account on here is private. It's not something where she goes out and does regular broadcasts, because she does that on Patreon and she does that on YouTube. Okay, so we're only using Crowdcast for the purpose of having the video show up on Patreon. Okay, so now I have an account on Crowdcast and I have an account on Patreon. Those are the two things that you need to make sure you do in order to function properly in the Patreon environment with Marc and Donna's page. Okay, so I hope I've made that clear. So there's a Patreon account you need to set up, and there's a Crowdcast account. All right, and then before you do anything else, you need to make sure that you're logged into both of those accounts before you go and sign up for any or register for any of her live streams. Okay, now I can stay here and work on this page, work in Patreon, and set up and attend events and whatever directly in my browser. But I want to show you how to work from the app now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close these. And I'm going to tell you, so in the App Store, you can go and download the Patreon app. I already have it on mine, but I'm going to show you where it is. So you're going to come in here and you're going to click search, and you're going to type in Patreon and hit search. Okay, so it's right here, and that's the icon you're looking for, and you would click install or get. Okay, if you were on an Android, you would use the, I believe it's called Play Store. So this is my Android phone. You would come into Play Store and you would come here and search for Patreon. I just happen to do it, and I've already installed it. So you would click install and then install it on your phone. So if you're watching on your phone, that's what you would do. Okay. All right. So back to my iPad, I'm going to come and open this app. Okay. And I've already been using it, so it's showing me the things that I'm following already in my feed, and I'm already logged in. So you can click the little icon up here, and you can set your own little Patreon emoji or whatever they call those, avatars, if you want. But I want to show you now under settings. Okay, so the next thing is, before you sign up for anything, you want to make sure that your notification settings are set correctly. So you're going to come into your settings and you're going to go to notification settings. And however you decide you want to receive those notifications when they go live or when they post new things on Patreon, you're going to do those here. Okay, so email or push, I have both of them on just because I want to make sure I receive them in both manners the way that you do, so that I can troubleshoot anything you might be seeing. But push is the ones that drop down, right? So sometimes you'll get those that look like this in your notification center, or on your iPhone or Android phone. They're going to come as you pull that down also, so you'll see notifications. I've got a YouTube notification there. Okay, and then the email, it comes in your email account. All right, and then from each of the creators that you follow, you can then come and select from each one of those, what do you want to, how do you want to receive notifications. Standard default is everything is on, and then you can come and change any of that by tapping and turning them off if you want. Okay, So I just recommend having them all on to start with until you get more comfortable with the notification process and how you receive it. Okay, so this is Patreon notifications. That means every time Donna or I put up a new post on their Patreon page, you're going to receive a notification that it has come through. Okay, so let me show you what that email looks like. All right, oops. So I'm going to come in here and find the last Patreon notice that I got. Okay, so this is what the email looks like. This happens to be the post that was put up on December 28th for the homework that is done for the growth lesson that was taught in December. Okay, so every time a post goes up on Patreon on their page, you're going to receive an email like this, and then you can tap that button and go see the full post. Okay, and this is important, guys, because I want you to understand, just because you get the email here doesn't mean you're seeing all the information or the latest information. If it says updated, you're going to, every time I make an update to a post for them for their page, you're going to get an updated notification. So check back often, make sure you're seeing the latest and greatest of things. And also make sure that you're going to go directly to the post in Patreon to see the entire content of that post. Don't rely on just the last email message that you got. Okay. All right. So that's settings. And then you can manage all of if you want your profile private or not. And then we do get questions from people when they decide they no longer want to have an account, or they no longer want to support Marc and Donna. How do you do that? You can delete your account from your settings here. Okay. If you want to change your support for Marc and Donna, you're going to go to their membership. All right. So let me show you that. I tapped right here. And then I'm going to membership, and I'm going to go down, let's see. Okay, so when I go to membership, and then I'm going to see these three dots up here in this upper right hand corner. And please know I don't create these apps, we just use them. Okay, so if I want to edit my pledge, in other words, I want to change my membership, I can do it from the app, and this is how I do it. I hit the three dots. I edit the $20 pledge, okay? And this is going to open up my account on Patreon. And then I can go and say, I want to change that price, or I want to completely change how I'm a member of theirs. So I can say edit or cancel membership. Okay, this is where I maintain my payment. All right. So I just want y'all to see that when you're coming into and you're wanting to make changes to how your membership functions, you're going to come and do it either from the three dots there, or you can go into on the browser like I showed you before. Okay. And then tap done. And there's a little back arrow right here. You're going to go back, and then you're back into the feed from Marc and Donna. All right. Now, if you want to go look for other posts from or find other artists to be a patron of, you can tap that little compass down there, and then you're going to come in here and look for or search for a creator. Okay. All right. Let me come back to my home feed. Okay, so you're in the app, and now you're ready to say, all right, I got a notification that this new lesson is coming up, and I want to make sure I attend it. All right, it's the next step that's very important for those who rely on notifications especially to do. Okay, what you want to do now, you're a patron of Marc and Donna, you've received the notice that something new has come out, and now you want to go and make sure that you watch it when it comes up, okay? You're going to come in here and you're going to tap that picture. And it's going to open up the Crowdcast event link here, all right? And this is really important. And I'm sorry, there's a little bit of a glare. But it's going to show you the event information right there. And I want you to notice it says crowdcast.io up here. So now you are in Crowdcast. You're no longer in Patreon. You're still in Patreon, but you're in Crowdcast in terms of registering for the event. I have my little icon up here that tells me I'm logged in as me. Make sure that shows as you before you do this, okay? You can tap here if you want to log out. If somebody happens to be logged in as you, you can log out. Ooh, that's a big glare. Let me see. There we go. I have my lights on so you can see, but then it's also causing a bit of a glare. Ooh. Okay, so I think you can see this log out right there. Oh, there we go. Right there you can see it. So edit my profile or log out. So you could log out if someone else was logged in on your browser or on your tablet or whatever, and log yourself in, all right? Just make sure it's you. So right here it says save my spot. So I'm going to tap save my spot, and it's going to come up and say confirm registration. Now, if for some reason you weren't logged in at all, it would ask you to log in. It's asking you for your Crowdcast ID and password. So make sure you're giving your Crowdcast ID and password, not your Patreon one if they're different. All right. Hint, hint. I recommend they're the same, but that's just me. All right. So now, a little bit of a glare again. Let me see if I can. There we go. So it says confirm registration. By registering for this event, you agree to share your email with the host. So you're going to tap confirm and join. Okay. So then at this point, I want you to see, I just got a notification saying an email came in from Crowdcast saying I am now registered for this event. That is important because now you have the link to go watch the video. The other thing that's important about this, I'm going to go and show you. So at this point, I can say done and come back into Patreon. Okay. So that was all from the email that came in there. So that's what you would do. You get the email for the notification of the event. You tap on the event. You go into Patreon and you tap on the image to register for the Crowdcast live broadcast. Okay. I apologize if this sounds confusing, but it will get easier once you understand it. Okay, so in my inbox now, I have a notice from Crowdcast telling me that I have registered for this event. And when I open it, I see you will also receive a reminder email with a link to join 10 minutes before the event goes live. See you there. Okay, so even though you got this email, you're still going to get another one 10 minutes before the event starts so that you have the opportunity to very quickly get on when they're on and up and running. Now, if you want to go and check this out, you can tap here. You want to keep this email and use this to go into the event, you can just use this and go visit. You can also add it to your online calendar if you use one. Highly recommend using an online calendar. Okay, so this is your private link to join the event. So please don't share this with people, okay, because they won't be able to get in anyways with your ID and password. They have to have it. All right, so once it's time for the event, I would tap Visit Event, and I can choose to open it in the browser because that's just the way my email works. Now, it does say open an iOS app for a better experience. And I did download and have running the Crowdcast app on my tablet. So I can say open in the app, and it's going to open the Crowdcast app now. And because this one's not for another day, it's saying starting in 18 hours and 5 minutes. And you can say hello or say something nice or whatever. If it was the day of and the time of the event, you would come in here and you would wait until Donna and or Marc came online to speak with you. And then you can talk to them through the chat here at the bottom. Okay, so let me close all this out. There we go. All right, so that's how you do live broadcasts. That's how you find events on Patreon. That's how you get notifications. You're going to get notifications from Patreon, and you're going to get notifications from Crowdcast, okay? It's going to say Crowdcast up there when it's from them, and it's going to say Patreon when it's from Patreon. And I just showed you what the Patreon ones look like, but I'll show you again. So Patreon notifications come out every time Donna or I post something on their page. Let's see. Here. Okay, so this happens to be the schedule. And the image isn't shown because this is a series of forwarded emails. Let's see. Okay, well anyway, this is the one with the schedule. So you would just tap here and then it would open it up. Okay, now these don't always have links behind them that go to Crowdcast. Only the video links will have those. Okay. All right, so I hope that helps answer a lot of your questions as far as how do you sign up, what are the perks, what is Crowdcast versus what is Patreon. And I'm going to show you here, I have, and you can get both Crowdcast and Patreon apps so that you can come in here directly and you're right into your feed. And if you're sponsoring multiple people, you're going to see everything from all of their feeds. And they're big. It looks big, okay? But it's just that's how the images are shown. Okay, so this is the app for Patreon. And then when you register for events on Crowdcast and you go into the Crowdcast app and log in, it's going to show you all the events. This is the upcoming event, right? The one I just now registered for. And these are the ones that we already had this month so far. Okay. So if you want to sign out of your Crowdcast, you're going to use that little button up there, and I'm going to say never mind down here. But remember, on the Crowdcast app, you're not searching for anything for Donna. You're not going to find the Patreon feeds and posts or anything. This is just the live stream videos after they've been done or when they're coming up, okay? So if you want to go see what's new and coming up, you're going to go into your Patreon app, and then you're going to scroll down. I have received feedback that it's confusing to have all of the events listed at one time and having to scroll through and find them. So I have changed that to where I'm only listing the newest events coming up. Okay, so the January 11th event was this past, and then January 14th was here. Is coming up. That's the one coming up next. Okay, so I showed you how to manage your user accounts. But if you're on the app, I'm just going to show you again real quick. You're right here at this little icon, and then you can come manage your memberships. You can do your settings for your payments and your profile and your notifications. Okay, all of that is in there. If you need to change your email, you also can do that here. Okay. Please, please, if you're needing to update or change your credit information, if you're having your membership canceled for some reason, please reach out to Patreon directly for assistance if you need that. And the best way to do that is through your browser. You're going to come back in here into your browser and you're going to log into patreon.com. Okay, and remember here on patreon.com on the browser that you've got settings here as well. You can see a lot more in the browser, and this is the case with all apps versus browsers. Any application is going to be stripped down to only the things that they needed you to have in the app. Some stuff you can only do in the browser. So you use Safari, you use Chrome, you use Microsoft Edge, whatever you use, you're going to go to patreon.com, you're going to log in, and you're going to manage your profile there. Okay. Now, if you ever need help with Patreon directly, there's supposed to be a link One thing I want to show you also is if I'm on a mobile device like a tablet or a phone, it always shows the mobile device display. If you want to see the desktop display like you were on a computer, you can tap the three dots up here, scroll down till you see Request Desktop Site, tap that, and it's going to refresh your screen and show you the information as you would see it if you were on your computer versus a desktop, okay? So just real quick on my phone, I want to show you when you're on an Android device. That's my kitty. I do have the Patreon app set up here. Okay, so you're going to see it just like you would on any other device, and you're going to be able to tap here and attend live streams, set up and attend, say you're registering to come, all that kind of stuff. Coming into Crowdcast, just check the URL up here and you'll see. And then sometimes you might have to turn it so that you see it completely, all right? So that you can see the options and your little icon up there saying it's you logged in, and then you can scroll. But you're just going to do the Patreon here. Come here. It's going to open it in your browser. All right, now what might make sense here is to request the desktop site. That's better. So hit the three dots up there, request desktop site, so that you're seeing it like you would in a browser. Now it's going to be small, and you're going to have to expand it. But at least then you'll see the register now button when this one I've already registered, so you're not going to see that, but there would be a register now button, and you can at least watch it from here. Okay? So I hope that helps you with all and any questions that you might have. If you need any assistance, you can email me at michelleljames1967@gmail.com, and I will help you. Please give me at least 24 to 48 hours to respond to you. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the painting world of Marc and Donna Dewberry on Patreon. Bye, guys.